Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The offense will have to use its first timeout of Welcome to Happy Valley, home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the most passionate fan bases in all of college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Now sliding to his left. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. SEC versus the Big Ten, they competed everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands, what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Might as well give it to him again. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On second down, just keeps firing. Here he goes breaking the pocket. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. He'll let one go down the right side.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, Florida! What a catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Offense set on first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Lindsey. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And he's got it! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! When he let that go ahead and signal touchdown. He knew it was six.
And most of the time you hear about those 50-50 balls out wide. Nowadays, with these guys that are so big and strong and so good at going and getting the ball, it's more like 80-20. And you can see just so hard to defend the fade route.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to scramble. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Fourth down and short, you want a no-nonsense run. Nice job by the running back, getting the football, getting downhill, making sure he gets that first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot. And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Barrels ahead. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll throw it on first down. The short hands. It's Lindsey. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab. It's Copeland. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Now improvising. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going for it all. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Working that left side now. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the bad blood between Oregon and Oregon State dates back to 1894, at least on a football field. A top-5 rivalry, and it's gone finally. Oregon State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done.
Quickly out to the tight end.
The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Fires one high and deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Gators will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gonna take a shot. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Keeps looking downfield. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Florida 21-10.
The Gators will boot it away to start the 2nd half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Oh, picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments, you talk about, we've seen them do this, we've seen them do that, let's get ready for it, let's have a plan. Plan executed. You could tell they knew it was coming, did a great job defensively, forcing an interception right out the gates to start the 2nd half.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw, buying some time. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, going up top. Get it out on the screen. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Florida, 28, Penn State, 10.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
Off play action on first down. With the catch, it's Glenn. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's when he catch you, big fella.
He wants to pass it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Lindsey. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards, added up for a first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Afterburners coming. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. And the offense will recover, but it's not going to make any difference as they're short of the first down marker. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ball.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a 1st down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quick handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Florida 28, Penn State 17.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Now they're going to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Eastern Michigan rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Ypsilanti. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. It's complete to the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He's looking to throw it. Going for the big play. And that ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. Bulldozes him. And the return man just kept finding alleys to run in, and he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the give off the left side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting
fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Cobb. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Zings it complete to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it.
Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Lindsey. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Grabs it in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback had flat fitted in a tight window. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lindsey. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Obliterates him, still on the move. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Gator! And the punishment has been extended.
Number 25 with the carry.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida 49, Penn State 24.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going up top on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man quickly. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from